What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the JR Experience. Let's talk about Basketball Wives Season 5 that premiered yesterday on VH1. The episode was, yeah, it was alright. It was alright. There was no fireworks. Nothing really popping off. It was too early, but, to expect fireworks. But it was cool. It was alright. The episode might as well have been called All About Evelyn because that's what it all was about. Evelyn and her story about Chad and her and Chad getting a divorce, and her and Chad and the abuse with Chad, headbutting her in that car, being filed with domestic violence, and everybody knows the story. It was all over the blogs. It was a big mess, It was very embarrassing for Evelyn. She talked about that, how embarrassed she was, how saddened she was about going through a divorce with somebody she loved and still loves, and there's a lot of tears in the episode with Evelyn crying to her mom and her daughter. Her daughter said, "Hey, I never really liked the man from the get-go." You pretty much can tell from the daughter that she really does not want her to go back to this damn man. And she talked about that later on in the episode, and I'm going to get to that in a little bit. But everybody knows the story with Chad and Evelyn. And, so it's kind of odd that they started this episode, the first episode, and talk about it for like the whole hour pretty much, where they probably could have talked about it for maybe 10, 15 minutes and then move on and jump around to other people. But pretty much the focus was just on Evelyn. Evelyn, other than Evelyn, you got Tammy was talking to Shawnee. Miss Tammy was talking to Shawnee and talking about, she's trying to bring it down a notch and how she can rub people the wrong way if they're not in her circle or know her very well. So she's trying to turn down, you know what I mean? Where Shawnee said to Tammy, well, she's trying to turn up. Shawnee said that she's pretty much been quiet too long, and she wants to, she's been letting things in, and she wants to, kind of pop off a little bit and say what's on her mind. Which, okay, well, we'll see later on down the road. We'll see Tammy and Shawnee kind of go at it a little bit, which I can't wait to see because Tammy does not very fond about people putting hands in her face, and Shawnee put their hand in her face and she jumped up. So I'm waiting for that episode, but I'm sure that's way down the line when we'll get that. What else did we learn this episode? We learned about Susie, and Susie got a whole new look. Susie said at the table, at the table they broke her face down and shattered her skull and took her head off, put it back on, put it to the side, then put it back together again, shattered her teeth. Tammy at the table said to her, "I don't like it." Because Tammy ain't got no filter. Tammy, that's one thing I love about Tammy, and she's so good for the show, because she has no filter. She just said, "I don't like it. It looks kind of tight to me." I just started busting up laughing. I think it looked tight to everybody, especially when it was in the confessionals, because Tammy likes, Susie likes to talk, and Susie's in the confessionals like, yeah, I don't know. She talking like a ventriloquist dummy, because she can't move that jaw. Susie told Tammy, "Hey, I'm still healing." She said, "Oh, okay." Tammy said, "Okay." But, hey, I don't know, Susie. I don't know. I don't like your face looks tighter than Mike Tyson's fist. And that's not a good look, boo. But you know what? Do what you got to do to get them black men. You open up your mouth, try to open wide as you can. And Tammy said, "Oh, so that's how you do it." Hey, but don't worry about it, Susie. There's a black man for you out there. There's a black man out there, because there's black men everywhere that'll take a white woman. What else did we learn? That's all pretty much we learned from the episode. But getting back to that last dinner scene when they were all talking, I was surprised by Tammy's reaction to Evelyn's story and about going back to Chad, still loving Chad, and want to pretty much talk to the girls about what to do, where to go from here, to give. Do you believe in second chances? And Tammy was like, she does believe in second chances. Even after the abuse and somebody showing that side, her view was that maybe they weren't ready yet, and maybe they need the time to grow, and that people can change, and people can change. But I feel that the situation, I'm kind of like taking Susie's side, where Susie was like, she totally disagreed. After somebody headbutts you and you're in the public eye and bust your head all open and stuff, that's, especially in the public eye, not only are you hurt, that's, Evelyn, that's her husband doing that to her. He cheated on her. Then he gonna headbutt her. Hitting a woman is ultimate disrespect towards a woman. You're gonna do that, and then she's supposed to take him back. which I believe where she was talking about in the Yana Van Zant interview, if I'm not mistaken, somebody can tell me if I'm wrong. She talked about that there was other abuse. I don't know if she was abused by him before or he hit her before. I don't know. Somebody can correct me on that. But to me, I don't think this was the first time that he did that. So for him to headbutt her, embarrass her in front of millions, have her put on blast and all that for putting her on display, that's like the ultimate. So I feel like no, Evelyn should not go back to Chad. She should not go back to Chad, and I don't think that she did. Obviously we know now that they're not back together. As far as we know, who knows? But no, I don't think any woman should go back after a man, embarrassing and hitting her like that. Now people can change, people can change, and but I don't think this was the first time. But abuse, someone showed you that side of them. A lot of the times it doesn't get any better. Someone puts their hands on you and don't know how to communicate their words and how to express themselves without knocking you upside the head. That's not the person I think you want to spend your life with. That's just me. That's just me. That's my advice to you, ladies. Tammy had other advice. Tammy, her view. I understand where she was coming from. People can change, but when it comes to that, now love doesn't come like that. Love doesn't come with an iron fist. Not like that. So you guys leave your thoughts about this episode. Leave your thoughts about the whole Evelyn Chad situation. What are you guys excited to see from this season of Basketball Wives? Let's talk. Oh, before I go, let's talk about the other lady that's in this group, who is Stephon Marbury's ex-wife or his wife now. I know Stephon Marbury is still playing basketball overseas right now, so he's he ain't the big baller that he used to be. But his wife about to pop off a little bit too. I guess her and Susie go at it, and it's gonna be interesting to see. It seems like the season's gonna start off slow, and then it's going to slowly pick up before we get the fireworks and the drama and the ratchetness that we all want to see. So we'll see what happens. But you guys leave your thoughts, your comments about this first episode. And also what you guys want to see for the upcoming episodes of this season of Basketball Wives. Come back and watch more reviews. I will be reviewing the whole season. I'm going to try to, so I might get behind. But every Tuesday I'm going to try to do a little recap of this season of Basketball Wives. But leave your thoughts. Comment on this video, rate this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos, many more videos to come. I will holla at you later. This is JR Experience. Peace. I'm through.